Picture a dusty town called Taos, New Mexico, cradled in a high desert valley where the Sombre de Cristo Mountains loom like ancient sentinels, their peaks dusted with snow against a sky burned orange by the setting sun. Here, in a sun-bleached adobe house with a flat roof and a courtyard of cracked clay, Sam Rivera and Clara Ortiz lived, their 36 years of marriage a mural of vibrant strokes and peeling edges, until, at 59, in the dry heat of June 2023, they faded. Not with a clash of fists or a storm of shouts, but with a quiet unraveling, like sand slipping through fingers, a moment where they stood in the kitchen, the hum of a fan stirring the air, and saw the colors bleed away. They've raised 2 daughters, filled a home with the rhythm of life, and now, in the stillness, it was over. He was a silversmith, his hands blackened by tarnish, hammering metal into jewelry that gleamed like moonlight. She was a weaver, her fingers swift with a loom, threading rugs that told tales of the desert. By their late 50s, their mural had dulled to a whisper, leaving only shadows where light once danced. Imagine this: 2 figures stepping from a washed-out canvas into a world they'd forgotten how to paint, Sam with his silver, Clara with her wool, until, by 62, they blaze new trails in the fiery glow of the Southwest. Step into 1986 and see the meeting under the sagging awning of a Taos Pueblo market, the air thick with the scent of sagebrush and roasting piñon nuts, dust swirling around their feet. Sam, 23, leans against a stall, his denim shirt rolled up, his black hair tied back, a tray of silver rings glinting in his hands from a morning at the forge. Clara, 23 too, stands by her loom, her cotton dress swaying, her dark hair braided with a strand of turquoise beads, skeins of crimson and ochre wool piled high. Their eyes meet, his a deep brown, hers a bright amber, and he steps closer, boots crunching gravel, offering a shy nod. They talk about the mountains catching the dusk, about his love for shaping silver into stars, about her joy in weaving earth into patterns. He trades a ring for a scarf, their fingers brushing over the wool, and asks her to share a tamale as the sun dips, streaking the sky red. She smiles, warm as the clay, and says yes. A year later, in May 1987, they marry in a courtyard near the Rio Grande Gorge, his vest stiff with new leather, her dress a weave of her own hands, the air sharp with mesquite as friends toss cornmeal. He promises to craft her a life. She vows to thread it tight. For decades, they paint that vow bold. Here their daughters burst in like desert winds. Isabel in 1989, a fierce spark with Sam's square jaw and a love for climbing. Then Sophia in 1991, softer, with Clara's amber eyes and a voice that hums. Sam swaps late-night hammering for sunrise lessons, showing Isabel how to polish a pendant, their shadows long on the courtyard as the forge spits sparks. Clara works her loom, teaches Sophia to thread, the adobe alive with giggles and the clack of wood, while dyeing the air with indigo and saffron. In 1993, they buy the house. A squat adobe with a kiva fireplace, a flat roof where stars burn bright, and a kitchen smelling of chili and smoke. Sam builds a workbench, his tools clanging, silver shavings dusting the floor like fallen stars. Clara sets up her loom, her rug stacking high, sunsets, canyons, her garden a patch of cactus and yucca baking in the sun. Picture summer nights. Isabel chasing lizards, Sophia singing, Sam grilling carne asada, Clara hanging lanterns that glow like embers, the mountains a dark silhouette beyond. Money runs thin, droughts parch the well, but the house shines, a mural of their shared hues. Feel the colors leach away. By their 50s, the canvas fades. Isabel leaves for Santa Fe in 2008, studying geology, her room a trove of rocks and silver scraps, the silence creeping into the adobe. Sophia follows in 2010, off to Denver for music, her guitar picks and song sheets left behind. The house grows still, the courtyard cracks wider, the kiva cold. Sam heads out earlier, his forge glowing through dawn, his voice a grunt when he shuffles home, hands smudged. Long day, Clara, metal stubborn. She weaves longer, her shop a refuge downtown, her chatter thinning to size as she sinks into a chair. Tough orders, Sam. Folks want cheap now. He tries. Let's hike Taos Ski Valley, feel the air, or how about supper at Orlando's? But she waves off, too drained, maybe later. They eat apart, him with a tortilla by the forge, her with stew in the nook, the garden brittle, their words lost in the desert wind. By 2021, he takes the shed. It's caught hard under a blanket she wove, the window framing peaks they can't climb. Since the fade in June 2023, Sam's 59, his hands gnarled like the juniper he burns, his hair graying under a bandana. Clara's 59 too, her fingers stiff from years of warp and weft, her amber eyes soft behind dust-flecked glasses. He's just hammered a cuff, its silver catching the light like a crescent moon. When he steps into the kitchen, sweat streaking his shirt, and finds her at the table, winding yarn, her tea warm. We're not bright anymore, he says, his voice low as the wind outside. She looks up, her skein still, her breath a puff in the heat. I know, Sam, we're just washed out, aren't we? He nods, slow as a shadow stretching. Yeah, Clara, we are. It's time to let the colors go. They sit by the kiva, unlit, the air dry with summer, the mountains a faint blur beyond, and agree, 36 years is a mural complete. No fights, no tears, just a palette too pale to hold. They part with a touch, her hand hot on his, a last stroke erased. See the trails blaze in 2024. At 60, Sam joins a horseback club. A spark after a client raves about the mesas, his hands trading hammers for reins, galloping the trails near Wheeler Peak. He sways, his back stiff from years at a bench, but he rides on, hooked on the thud, the dust in his throat, the wind whipping his hat. The troop is lively. Retirees, a young rancher, a widow named Luz who rides with a steady grip and a canteen of tequila. They meet weekends, cutting through sage, the sun baking their backs, ravens circling above. Sam buys a mare, a dun with a wild mane, and rides solo one dawn, the valley waking in gold as he crests a ridge. It's not smooth, but it runs, a trail lit anew. Clara, at 60, takes up stargazing, borrowing a telescope from a shop on Paseo del Pueblo, her hands swapping shuttles for lenses, scanning the sky from the roof. She squints, her eye is slow to focus, but she peers on, drawn to the glitter, the chill on her skin, her first find, Orion's belt, logged in a journal with a shaky star. Feel them soar by 61. Sam sells his truck, buys a camper, a tan Chinook with a rack, and hauls it to Carson National Forest, his mare tethered, the peaks rising sharp against a fiery sky. He's not fast. Riders pass, Luz teases, but speed's not it. The gallop is, the desert a new metal to shape. He starts a journal, silver in saddle, scribbling about divorce, trails, and the blaze of high air, his words bold as his old rings. Smith's read it, then strangers, folks in Raton, Alamogordo, a guy in Arizona saying, I'm riding too. Clara trades her van for a bike, a copper trek with a bell, and pedals the high road, her telescope strapped tight, the breeze hot on her face. She joins a dance class, stepping to flamenco, heels, spins, her hands steady with a new rhythm. Isabel visits Sam, sees the mare, laughs, you're roaming, Dad. Sophia sees Clara's journal, hugs her, you're glowing, Mom. At 62, they blaze in light. Sam cuts smithing days, leads trail rides, mesas, tales, his voice rich, his boots crusted with dust and stories. He camps at Chama one fall, rides under a moon, wakes to a dawn that fires the sand red, his Chinook a forge on wheels. Clara scales back the shop, dances for joy, stomps, twirls, her stargazing logged in charts, her rugs now star maps. She bikes to Trutches, scans the sky, the heat sharp on her tongue. They're not rich. His camper smells of leather and sage, her loft of wool and ink. They're not famed. His journal has 510 readers, her dances stayed local. But they're Sam and Clara, vivid, alive, retraced. They meet once, by chance at a plaza in 2026, him with a saddlebag, her with a star chart. They grin, share a nod, part warm, two trails aflame. Divorce at 59 faded us, they'd say now, their voices bright. It let us burn again, Wilder. Picture America's wilds, Taos's sands to every open stretch, where couples like Sam and Clara fade every day. Gray divorces aren't dusk, they're dawn. I'm Jordan Lane, and this is Gray Divorce Diaries. Their tale is real, raw, radiant, redrawn. If it ignites you, subscribe. Every day, a new story. People like us, blazing after 55. You're not alone. Let's light your fire together.